Hey everyone, welcome to this weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of February 13th to the 19th of 2023. Alright, so this week we have essentially a series of new beginnings, even though we are ending the current lunar cycle. The new moon will be very late on Sunday at the very end of the week or very early Monday of next week, depending on where you are in the world. So this week certainly is a closeout of the lunar month, and it's typically good to let the energies die down and complete things as we do get closer to that. Having said that, though, we do have a lot of conjunctions, and conjunctions are very much that new beginning energy. So on Wednesday, Venus, the planet of our values and relationships, will be conjunct watery Neptune. And she's recently entered Pisces as well. So a new beginning to our receptive values, what we can enjoy about maybe peace in life, going more with the flow, maybe connecting to more soul important things to us in life and in our relationships as well, and perhaps noticing a new beginning there with those values and relationships emerging from that. And then just after that, on Thursday, the sun will go over Saturn, as the sun will be entering Aquarius this week. And so there is a new beginning with not only our responsible side, which is what we've already been cultivating, with the sun in Capricorn, a bit of responsibility or taking care of things or achieving things, but really with particularly our innovative side, where Saturn has recently entered Aquarius, which is really starting these next 2 years, really emphasizing the importance of focusing on innovation in our life, change, doing things that are really outside the box, and being open to new experiences. So new beginning with taking some responsibility with that as well, with the sun shifting sign going over Saturn. All right, so we've got that as well as some of the other minor aspects. So let's go and take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. Alrighty, so here is the sky for this week. We're going to look at this for each day of the week, starting first with Monday, February 13th. And as you can see here, we are using the visible sky called true Sidereal Astrology. This is very different from mainstream astrology. You will hear a lot of the signs are different. Different placements. For example, I did say that the sun is entering Aquarius, but you might be thinking that it's already in Aquarius. So if that's the case, definitely check out that link down below for more information on using the visible sky called True Sidereal Astrology. All right, so let's do a bit of a recap because we did have some sign changes last week. Last week, we had Venus entering Pisces. I mean, it's still technically still entering, we could say, this early part of the week here. And Mercury has recently shifted into Capricorn as well. But let's go ahead and start with the sun. So the sun is finishing Capricorn this week. We'll be entering Aquarius slowly around midweek, around Wednesday. And so there is a shift of focus happening this week from the more responsible or achieving oriented side of Capricorn, which is still good to focus on, as the sun will still be in between both constellations. The sun will be going over Saturn as well, the ruler of Capricorn, and of course Mercury is here. So there is still that importance on accomplishment or achievement or responsibility, as it is normally this time of the year. But having said that, there is a shift of focus from about Wednesday onwards. We could probably even feel it right at the beginning of the week, where there is much more of a focus on the innovative and visionary sides of things. So we might find that we're more focused on the collective, on the world, on technology or innovative things. And this is really what's already been shifting this month, because Saturn here in February has been slowly entering Aquarius. And so there is more of that focus, most certainly. So great to see that, cultivate some of that, shift into that visionary side of Aquarius. Could also be, again, collective or involving friends or groups, basically accessing more of that innovation and individual self-expression, which then, of course, has to be applied somewhere in the world or regarding something we want to be a part of that is greater than ourselves. So Mercury and Capricorn, again, still emphasizing the way we're thinking and communicating, still in the context of what can be worked on or implemented with patience, perseverance, discipline. Venus has recently entered Pisces, and that's going to be very strong this week as she will pass over Neptune, starting that new beginning for the year with the Venus-Neptune cycle. But starting to value more so this week receptivity, going with the flow a little bit perhaps, maybe things like rest or peace in life, and particularly in our relationships as well. We could value that energy in others and just enjoy connecting more in this receptive, watery, intuitive, spiritual, and in relationships, unconditional sort of way that Venus and Neptune can invoke there. And Mars just still building his momentum after his very long transit of Taurus. And so just a reminder to still take things one step at a time, that we've learned a lot these past months in regards to the importance of taking things one step at a time, stopping to smell those roses, being grounded in our approach to things, and that's still very good for implementation. All right, so let's take a look at the week day by day here. Again, coming into the week, we are in the third quarter moon, which is typically good to challenge ourselves to essentially implement any insights we had during the last full moon. So the last full moon was a week prior to this. So around this early part of the week, seeing if there has been any shifts of our life path late last week, or early last week. And so if that's the case, then a great time to really implement these shifts of perspective, really particularly this first half of the week, as it's good for action, challenging ourselves, initiating, basically moving forward the energy of the full moon and the insights as well of the full moon. So with that being said, on Monday, the square between the sun and moon will be from the constellation of Libra for the moon. So Monday, a good day for balance. This is a good time to see if there's any areas of our lives that are out of balance that we can readjust or recalibrate, and also probably themes around relating. So what's fair, right, just, and so finding that balance as well, mitigation, coming to agreement, cooperation. These are great energies to work with here on Monday. Now, Tuesday, the moon will shift into deeper Scorpio, and then following that on Wednesday, the moon will be in deep Ophiuchus. So these 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, invoking the deeper world. And so it is good to allow some of that deeper energy to arise. A great time of personal transformation, personal healing, facing fears, personal development, and just connecting more emotionally to the deeper sides of ourselves and to life. And so great for these kinds of things in the outer sense. Could be research, uncovering the depths of things, psychology, the occult, the hidden, but most importantly, connecting inward and connecting to our inner self, particularly the side that maybe has been casted away or exiled, so to speak, that maybe is not the qualities we find very valuable about ourselves, but are a very important part of ourselves. The deeper, what's under the rug, what's in the closet, but a part of ourselves. And so opening that and embracing that and working with that energy is a great way of working with these really 2 days, and particularly the healing side of things around that Wednesday time period. Now, once we do get to that Wednesday, we do start these new beginnings, and in this case, it's with Venus, the values and relationships over that watery Neptune. So Tuesday, a great time of, again, being a bit receptive and enjoying some of that receptivity, both personally and interpersonally, and seeing what new beginnings might be arising here. On a fundamental level, new values, new enjoyments, leaning more towards the spiritual or what gives us peace in life, or what's important to our soul energies, right? And so from those values can then, of course, come new enjoyments, new values in relationships, perhaps new relationship energy that's more receptive like this, right? It's how we connect to the world and to others, Venus. And we could say it's fundamentally from those values and these new values from this conjunction in that watery sense arising. Okay, so that's the Wednesday time period. Now, once we do get into the Thursday time, that moon will transform, come out of that deeper energy of Ophiuchus, and then go into the free-spirited energies of Sagittarius for the following 2 days, so Thursday and Friday. And so Thursday, Friday, great for expanding our horizons a bit, both mentally and literally, accessing a bit of that free-spiritedness, and maybe even open-mindedness, jovialness, philosophy, the abstract. Expanding our mental and literal horizons is a great way of working with that particular theme. And then we come to this the next new beginning, let's say, of the year in the Sun-Saturn cycle. And so this is where Saturn has been already this month, since pretty much the beginning of February, shifting into Aquarius. And this is starting really a 2-year theme around building things in our life that might require innovation, thinking outside the box, challenging the status quo, but more importantly, our own status quo, and doing things that we might build because it's a greater reflection of our true selves. It gives us a greater sense of freedom and excitement, and working on that constructively. So this is really getting activated right now. The Sun passing over Saturn, going into Aquarius. We could even see some new beginnings collectively with this energy, most certainly, especially as we then have the new moon late Sunday, but early next week. And so there's a lot of series of new beginnings unfolding here around this Aquarius side, particularly. But it's already started, and it's another step in the right direction around Thursday, where the Sun will be focused, cultivating this new beginning with that Saturn, with the building, regarding these visionary, innovative, and again, even collective energies, which Aquarius often represents. Not only what we enjoy for our excitement and that sort of thing, but also where we can contribute to something greater, and that can be as large as the world or the universe, but also to friends and community and things like that. So more of a shift of focus into that area, most certainly, and likely another new beginning here, along with the new moon following late Sunday. All right, and then as we do get into this weekend sort of time, so Friday we'll still have, again, that free-spirited energy of Sag. Just a minor aspect, Mercury, the planet of our minds, will be in a good harmony with expansive Jupiter, adding to that Sagittarius energy. So good to let our minds expand a bit, particularly the mental expansion, expanding our mental horizons, discussing philosophies, communicating in a more abstract or higher, perspective sort of way. Just a bit of that adventurousness with the mind is very supportive here, at least an opening for that with Mercury sextile Jupiter, and of course that moon in Sag. Now, once we do get to Saturday, the moon will be in more grounded Capricorn, and this is where we're really starting to close out the lunar cycle. It really is the ending of the current lunar month, and as we approach basically Monday of next week, we are finalizing the energies of this month. And in this case with Capricorn, it's been good to again connect to that more accomplishing or achieving or responsible energy. And so that's going to be closing out here, and just good to kind of finalize. There might be some beeping. I do apologize, but hopefully it'll stop soon. So this is the closure here, the ending, and so it is good to let the energies die down and do a bit of a reset, sort of clear the garden bed, so to speak, for these new beginnings that will certainly arise from the new moon. Just late Sunday, early Monday, I will of course make a separate video on that new moon energy, but that's the sort of time period there, late Sunday, early Monday of next week. It is of course going to be in that Aquarian energy, and so it is about that innovativeness again, but really starting that lunar month, activating that. So again, series of new beginnings in that Aquarius visionary sort of energy. Okay, but the weekend is the Capricorn. It is the closeout of the responsibilities, the discipline, the accomplishing energies of Capricorn, which again are still good to emphasize with Mercury still transiting through here. Okay, and then we have the minor aspect on Sunday of that Venus, values and relationships, in good harmony to deep Pluto. So it could be just a bit of an opening here around Sunday. And just an opening for a bit of depth, bit of truth, a bit of deeper connection to, again, our lives into others. All right, nothing we're forced into, but an opening for that. All right, everyone, so that is the week in a nutshell. All in all is we come into the week in a more action-oriented energy of the lunar cycle, the third quarter moon. And then as the week progresses, it is closing out the lunar energy, clearing the garden bed to plant new seeds for that new moon, basically starting very early next week. We've got a series of conjunctions which emphasize new beginnings, both with Venus, the planet of those enjoyments and connections in life, as well as with Saturn, the energy of what we want to build and accomplish in life, personally and professionally. And so that's about midweek. And with the Venus, it's about a bit of that receptivity. And with Saturn, it's a bit of that vision or innovativeness there to be incorporated. And then just some minor aspects as we do close out this lunar cycle with Venus and Mercury there. All right, so everyone, have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click the like button if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're not yet signed up for MTZ Insiders, it is a free newsletter where we do get these videos released first before YouTube. There's a link down below to sign up for that if you haven't yet. But again, have a great one, and I'll see you all next time for the next astrology forecast. Take care.